over there is the end of Harbor Island. So all of that's Harbor Island. And farther down, way down there, is where the pink sand beach is, which is no pinker than any place else on Eleuthera. But this is a channel, you got to have a good boat or run the tides right. You can see how rough that water is. And today's not all that terrible, really. You can see him. Big turtle. I can see him right out there. It's a good sized one. So that right there is like some kind of a electric substation, and those red lines you see are communications or something. I don't know exactly what it is. I think it's got to be electric because it says BEC. Now whether it still works or not, I don't know that one. And last time I was down here, up on the top of that, I could only get over there because I wanted to put the drone up, and there was an osprey on a nest up there, and she, as soon as she saw that car, she wanted nothing to do with having us around. So I said, okay, I'm not putting the drone up because that thing's big enough that we could have a problem. This really is a funny house. Okay, so I see the straps, you pull on them and then the things open up. Okay, I get that, but how do you get in? You gotta park out here? Very strange. 24-hour security too. It's a cool house, but it doesn't have any view or anything. It's just here. You see that remnants of a building? There's other ones back farther too. From what I understand, this section was part of some like resort, 50s, 60s, something like that. I don't remember when. See the structure in there? That was, and there's more back that way too. That was part of some resort or club or something. I think back in the 60s. What happened? I have no idea. You can see there's the roofs of more of them. I don't even know what it was called. Really show you very well, but it's a the guy who had it built, whatever. He's an artist, and you know, a good one. I can't remember. Stephen Young, I think, might be. That seems to be ringing a bell. But this is where they had a restaurant before. Now they just got cottages in there. It was pretty cool. Well, it still is, but it's just not a restaurant anymore. Oh look, there's rockets for sale. Today had been to go up to Current and use the drone, get some footage up there, you know, like Current Cut and around that section. But you know, the wind just got too strong. I mean, maybe it'll calm down, but so I went up to Whale Point instead, went all through in there, and I guess for right now I'm gonna start heading back to the house. And then after that, I'm not sure. Probably grab something to eat since I didn't bring lunch or have lunch. I was gonna stop and have lunch at Daddy Joe's, but I said, I got some other things I want to get done today, and I didn't want to take that long. So I just stopped, got a soda, but they make some great food. Last time we were here, which I'll come back with Sid when Sid's back, fish tacos. Oh, delicious. The reason I stopped to get a Diet Coke, well, probably shouldn't drink Diet Coke, but anyway, I like it better than regular Coke. And part of the coffee problem is if you're used to having a lot of coffee, then you end up getting headaches when you don't get the coffee, shall we say. So I stopped and got the Diet Coke instead of getting the headache. I know it had happened. Right up here to Big Rock, see if they've got anything, what they've got, etc. Nothing exciting at Big Rock, but I figured before I need toilet paper, I get it because he's one of the few people around who sells toilet paper from Costco. I know that sounds pretty weird, huh? But it's not super cheap, but it's for here not too bad. I think it's like 6 rolls for $9. The water's rough. Both sides today. Well, this was a relatively new road. I just tried it. It just goes to a big sandbank, I guess. I was hoping it went someplace more interesting. I don't know if you saw that in the last clip, but the airplane that was closest, there was an ambulance and a whole bunch of people around, so there must have been somebody took sick or something, because, you know, that's, if something happens and you've got to get off the island, like you've got to get to a hospital, that's your option here. You go and you have to take a air flight to Nassau, the US, and you have to pay for it. It's not cheap. I don't know how many thousands it is, but it's not cheap. So, in that same regard, you know, if you come down here, just because it's here, there are no drinking and driving laws. There is, I mean, now there is. So you can't drink and drive, and you really shouldn't drink and drive. You don't probably know the roads that well. There's, you know, you're drinking and driving, you're not operating under your full senses anyway. And then if something happens and you get in an accident, you've got to be airlifted off the island. So keep that in mind. That could be very, very costly in many regards.